Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is Homestead. No, wait, it's Olmsted. He's got two first names. We get a 3-lander to kick things off with double synthesizer and a creeper along with our copy bird. I like it. Keep your pants on. Their first play is a bat. I'm guessing they'll take a synthesizer, but we'll laugh our heads off if they take anything else. Oopsie poopsie, bro, you took the wrong synthesizer. Do they even know? They took our turn 2 play, so we can only play a land out and pass the turn. Your go, my bro. The least fun guy at the party is this fun guy. It'll cost them 2 mana, and they'll have to lose this guy to take out an artifact. But in the long run, it's worth it for them to do so. All right, first synthesizer coming in. We'll have to wait and see when they decide to use their guy to smash one of our things. On top, we have a replication and a land. We'll need at least one more land to play out the replication, so we'll keep both. They forget to destroy our synthesizer and take their turn. Oopsie poopsie, bro. I see. Apparently they were too excited about the Shieldred in their hand to bother with destroying our key card. Lucky for us, we get to play out our second synthesizer with our first synthesizer still in play. It would have been a nightmare had they taken it out, and we'd be facing a Shieldred without any men. On top we have 2 lands, but we only need 1 more. Let's send one on down to the bottom. We'll follow up with our copy bird and make another Robot Overlord, but this one will have flying. They hit us with a heist, but they don't have any good choice to make. Whatever they leave us with, we'll put to good use. I'm betting they'll take the helm. They finally make the decision to smash one of our synthesizers, but it comes a little late. We only need 1 synthesizer to start the replication process. We draw an instant synthesizer, and this gives us a chance. With the way they've been playing, they might block our Robot Overlord if we swing in. Let's get in there and see what they do. And sure enough, they give a block. It's a mistake that will cost them their Shelly. Let's make our instant synthesizer and pump our Robot Overlord they just blocked. On top we have 2 lands, but we don't need any more. Let's ship them both on down. Sure, we lose our Robot Overlord, but this is a trade we're happy to make. That's 3 lands we avoided drawing, thanks Synthesizer. Their next play is a Sentinel and it barfs up a map token. The bat takes up the map and gets a counter while showing us they'll be drawing an unstoppable slasher. Even pumped up the bat is not big enough to be able to come in. It's time for our replication. With it in play, we'll get a synthesizer every turn, and we'll be able to close this game out regardless of what kind of men they play out. To everyone's surprise, they send in their Sentinel. That's a blocker they are about to suicide, unless they have a trick in hand. We'll go for it. Let's see what they've got. Apparently, they didn't have anything and threw away some board presents for 0 gain. I guess they did that for the map token. They want a giant bat, but they must not realize their bat will never be as big as our flying Robot Overlord. Our replication kicks in, and we'll get another copy of our synthesizer and all the joy that brings when a new factory pops up. On top, we have an Aetherize and a Negate. We'll keep the Aetherize. It might end up being useful. This turn, we'll drop in the Creeper and send in our men. It's time to start taking out men or life, total, or both. They were done when we played out the replication. GG's, bro, extra cheese. This is Dirk Digler. No, wait, it's Dirk Digler, the handicapped brother of Dirk. We get a 3-lander that's got an impulse and a creeper, cards we can use to help us find a synthesizer, along with a pair of ways to copy a factory. Keep. A beans and ramp, bro. Hopefully they brought something more than ramp. And beans. We'll play out the creeper first so we can start using his abilities. They snipe our creeper, but they forgot to play a land. This turn will be an impulse turn, which will fire off at the end of their turn, unless they play something we feel we have to counter. That's a synthesizer we got in the top 4, and that's what we'll take. Hopefully it gets the ball rolling. Our factory shows us a negate and another creeper on top. We'll keep both since we can use the creeper to copy the metamorph somewhere down the line. They hit their usual ramp guy, and now their life is complete. Ramp and draw a card all at the same time. Wow, amazing. We'll hold up our 3 steps ahead and make an instant synthesizer at the end of their turn. We got nothing, bro. Your go. They pull a drag to the roots out of their pants and aim it at our synthesizer. We can't have that. Let's fire back with Negate. Negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. We'll fire off Impulse before their Overlord loses a counter. We'll take the Creeper. Turns out that's the best card out of the top 4. Once again, we'll hold up the 3 steps ahead for the end of their turn, for that surprise synthesizer we all love. They pay full price to get an Overlord in play. All that and a land. Very nice, bro. All right, let's make our copy and check out what we got on top. That's a land and a creeper. We'll keep both and in that order. Let's make another synthesizer this turn and add on to our growing army. On top we have our creeper and a Mockingbird. Both could end up walking synthesizers, so we'll keep them both. A creeper will be our follow-up play. The pressure might force them to fire off a sweeper, and if they don't have one, we'll bring the pain. They do have a sweeper, but that's fine. They follow up with a drag to the roots and snipe our factory. Now we're down to only one synthesizer in play. The replication will be our play. Brace yourself. The factories are coming. We have to give props to this guy. His beans and ramp does more than play beans and ramp. They play out a forge, but the forge tokens are going to be too small to attack in once we've loaded up with a few synthesizers. With the Scry 2 at the start of our turns, we might be able to avoid drawing another land the rest of the game. We'll play out the Creeper, then fire off our Impulse to see what else we might get. We'll take the Metamorph, but the Negate would have been fine too. You know what? Let's play out the Mockingbird and copy the Creeper. This will give us additional synthesizers when we go to copy the Metamorph. What's the play, bro? Another sweeper? They come in and we'll block up. It's just a matter of who we block. Let's take the 6 and eat the token. We want our Robot Overlord alive as our men get bigger the more we have. Sure enough, they have another sweeper, but that's only a slight delay. They take out our synthesizer. There will be no more synthesizers drawn this game, but we still have a pair of them in play, and we'll be adding more as the game goes on. They play out another Overlord, and that will be an effective blocker. At least they have that going for them. On top, we have a Helm, which is going to accelerate their demise. We'll ship the land, we don't need any more the remainder of the game. With the Helm in play, we're about to make a pile of synthesizers and a gigantic Robot Overlord army. Certainly worthy of Mordor. All right, bro. You're probably going to want to play out another sweeper, or maybe some indestructible blockers. That would do the trick. That Forge token doesn't block very well. You're going to want to get something else, bro. It also doesn't attack very well either. A beanstalk is not going to be able to block. The end is nigh, we can tell. They play out a Wren, but it doesn't matter. A Planeswalker is not going to save the day, no matter who it is. Nice try, bro, but try again. Try harder. Gonna get yourself a land? Very nice. At least they did more than the usual beans and ramp decks we see, but GG's. Extra heavy on the cheese. This is Felix Stark, distant cousin of Tony Stark. His parents were bad at naming their kids. We get a Shuffler special with a Creeper, but 0 synthesizers. We'll need the Creeper to draw us into a third land. With 3 lands, we can use the 3 steps ahead to draw if it comes down to that. Keep your hopes up. There's our third land already, so that's one less worry. Now all we need is a factory and we can set up shop. They're an Esper, bro? The kind that likes to snipe the first guy they see. Good to know. They go for a talent, but we're going to have to decline. I don't want to see that. Pants will have to remain on, sorry bro. And we draw into our synthesizer. Let's play it out and check out what else we got coming. We have a Helm and a 3 steps ahead on top. We'll keep both, as we can use the Helm to start making an extra copy of a token synthesizer once we copy our first one with a 3 steps ahead. Oh, I see now they're on that Pixie Bounce and Replay stuff deck. All their men are small and their deck doesn't include sweepers. Sure, they have Tithing Blade for removal, but we'll be able to generate more Robot Overlords than they can play Tithing Blade in one turn, and we will be generating Robot Overlords. This is our copy turn. Once we have a token factory, the Helm will be able to copy it once per each of our turns. They come in for a hit, but again, their guys are small, and we have plenty of time before we have to worry about the airborne damages. Let's copy up, and we can get the ball rolling on the synthesizer train. They play out their removal. That's likely going to be the last time their removal will be effective against our Robot Overlords. Or maybe not. That bounce spell is effective against our token copies, but how many of those do they have? Because we've got more copies inbound. We'll take the 2 damages, only 8 more turns, and you got us, bro. They go for another bounce, but we can respond by making a token copy. There is absolutely nothing horrible about getting our synthesizer bounced back to hand. On top we have a replication and our metamorph, but we're stuck on 4 lands, so we have to ship the replication. What now, bro? Play out your removal? It's just a matter of time before they crack. They don't usually pack infinite bounce. On top we have our 5th land and another synthesizer. Let's draw the factory first, then we can drop the Helm along with the land and start making copies of copies. Gotta be careful how they tap. Gotta leave mana for the removal. That's how it's done, boys. All right, let's play out our next factory. Our Robot Overlords have gotten over the hump. They are too big for that enchantment removal to work. Oh yeah, that's right. They've got to resort to the Tithing Blade, but we've got numbers inbound, numbers that are going to make their eyeballs pop out of their precious skull. You know, it had to be pixie time. What are we going to do? Their deck is just too good. All right, our turn. Let's see how many Tithing Blades they can play on their next turn. They might need a couple. Six Tithing Blades, bro. I know you can do it. I can see his face starting to turn red. Don't do it, bro. Don't blow chunks. Thar he blows. GG's, bro. Extra cheese. This is the Dash King. He's not Freak. King, so that's a bonus. We get a 4-lander that is a bit too short on action. A Mockingbird alone can't take down an opponent. Mull. Then we get a 3-lander with double creeper and some ways to make copies. We'll ship the Metamorph as he needs a synthesizer to do his thing, but the creepers are potential draws if we can keep both in play. Keep your hopes up. It's discard. It's amazing how often they turn up, but we hadn't seen them in a while, so I guess we were due. Our creeper gets sniped, but that's okay. We have the next one ready to go. A bandit's talent is going to take out our Metamorph. But our creeper has survived, so that's an unexpected turn of events. We draw a land, but let's get in for damages and draw to see what else we get. We'll just hold what we got. That's a pair of counters at the least. A Vlad the Impaler, that's fine. I don't particularly feel like using our 3 steps ahead on him. We're in a race, but if we get a synthesizer, we can take the advantage. An early replication is not what we wanted to see. Maybe we can copy our creeper at the end of their turn and keep getting draws. They fire off a pilfer, but we'll counter their offer with a negate. Negative, bro. The pants are on, and they stay on. Now we'll make a token copy of our creeper. He needs something to copy this turn. All they got is damages, but with a double creeper board, we should be able to win this race. That's a synthesizer, and suddenly we're going to be looking a lot better. Let's get in first before we play it out. Damages, bro. Damages. That's going to be a double draw for us. And unfortunately, we don't get another land. It's time to synthesize. We get an impulse and another synthesizer on top. Let's keep both, but draw the synthesizer first. They drop an arena and come bashing in. They decided to help with damages. That's nice. We play the next synthesizer right away. Our first Robot Overlord will come out the factory at the same size as their Vlad. On top, we have our Impulse and an Aetherize. I don't think a second Aetherize is going to be good here. Let's send it on down. Prepare. These hits are getting bigger, and it's only going to get worse for our bro here. They snipe our big creeper with the end, but that still leaves our token creeper on board, and they are getting short on life. Amazing. They tap their blocker down for us. We'll be sure to take advantage and take them to Pound Town. Let's play out our Helm, then go in for the fatal damages. Damages, bro. Damages. Also GG's. This is downloadable content 12170. All downloads should be done with your pants on. We get a Shuffler special with an Impulse and double Negate. The Impulse can find us a 3rd land and or a synthesizer. Keep your pants on. We draw a 3rd land, so we'll get to the magical 3 without issue. Now, we can use Impulse to find us a factory. And that's a synthesizer right there, boys. Let's grab it, and we can slap it down on our turn. Get in before they can counter. GG's, bro. No, wait, they're still playing. On top, we have a land and a Metamorph. We'll keep both, and in that order. We'll need 4 lands to play the Metamorph anyways. Let's see if they have a counter. We really have no other option but to try the Helm. They saw our Helm and downloaded in their shorts. Tide gets the stains out, bro. They must have left the building. It doesn't seem like there's anyone home. Maybe they needed to throw on a fresh set of underpants. That has to be it. Before we do anything, let's go in for damages. It's completely fine if they tap mana to deal with our Robot Overlord. These control players be freaking out over one Robot Overlord. Wait till we get a squad. They finally fire off a removal. But before their removal hits, let's see if we can make a copy. Double the Robot Overlords, double the fun. We get the copy, and now we'll counter their removal. We like it when the opponent is eating these Knuckle Sandwiches. We'll add mayo if you want, bro. A sweeper. You gotta play a sweeper, bro. Something that wipes men off the board. No, that's not it. Try again. Try harder. Okay, it's GG's. Thanks for coming to the big show. There's nothing they can have that can save them. We've got a Negate for any possible escape they try to pull. All right, copy. Let's make our Robot Overlords big enough for lethality. They want opponent flesh. Smell you later, bro. GG's. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.